All right, so earlier I recorded some, and then everything kind of crashed on me. So I just shut it down. Um, I think I don't know if it just hit a CPU heat spike or something, but either way, the dash cam froze up, and so I just shut her down. It might have been my connection with the cameras that was loose or something, because OBS was still running, but that's neither here nor here. I'm now south of St. Louis, and the roads are horrible, like extremely bad right now. I jumped off, grabbed something to eat, grabbed something to smoke, and I'm getting ready to head back out. I don't have any headway to mess around playing games or anything like that. I gotta get going, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get on down the road, and just cruise and listen. Hopefully the problem is solved. You don't want one of these, Emma. You don't want one of these. Just checking out my little cigar here. I told you didn't want none. I told you. You gotta listen more. You don't listen enough. Good enough. So, I'm hoping that not gonna have any real issues. Fingers crossed, no issues. Blow that up to full screen, and catch a light. Hopefully it's cleaned up a little bit. I've been sitting here for about 45 minutes. It's still snowing, but it was coming down as sleet and ice and a mix of that with rain, and it was, the temperature actually dropped to like 29 degrees. It's up to 40 now, so I'm hoping that the roads have cleared up. That's what I'm hoping for. With that, enough stalling. We got to get to driving. Jump into drive mode and let's get the hell up out of here. Welcome to Big Dash. Fun little side note. It was about a month ago I was here. This is Cuba, Missouri. They got a pretty decent sized truck lot here, truck stop. You could pretty reliably find parking even late. Now you might have to get creative, but you can find some parking, and I ain't got no problem getting creative. Especially when it's like 1, 2 in the morning and I'm fucking tired. I'll figure it out. I'll get in where I fit in. And just make sure I ain't blocking nobody. We're gonna cruise around here and see how this exit looks. It's a little side street over here. If you guys have been to this truck stop before, comment below what you think about it. I think it's kind of a pigsty. Coming in late, I used to grab something. There used to be Dottie's family restaurant here, and I ate there a handful of times in the winter, and then summer came along, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go grab a burger and some fries. And I walking up there, and I'm noticing on the ground all these smashed cockroaches, like people driving over them, like. And I ain't talking like 1 or 2 or something. I'm talking hundreds of these motherfuckers. smashed all over the lot. Needless to say, I turned around and walked back to my truck and popped a can of chicken that I had, some chunk chicken in a can. I popped that open, threw some hot sauce and jalapenos on it, and that was dinner. Never ate there again. All that shit was like, and the crazy thing is, the closer you got to the restaurant, the more of them there was. It's like the thickness increased. It was crazy. I'd never actually seen anything like that before. Absolutely foul. Like, turned my stomach. It's gross. It's looking better. The roads are looking better. On this and merging, and like I said, get in where I fit in. Oh yeah, they're better. It was a sheet. It started turning into a sheet of ice after I saw my fourth little four-wheeler in a ditch. That was my sign. I was like, all right, seen that fourth four-wheeler in a ditch. Almost got sideswiped by a rail fucking truck. I was doing 60. He was, I don't know, booking along something faster than that, and he almost sideswiped me. So I was like, yeah, it's not really my driving I'm worried about. It's everybody around me that scares me. And can't rely on anybody out here to be doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. It's something that you'll learn. If you don't learn it, you're going to be taught it the hard way. So that, I'm going to crank the jams a little bit, and just going to focus on the road. Around Buddy here. Let's run. I can feel it. The roads are definitely better. I got full traction. We're good. Run south of this bad weather real quick, and you're good to go. You got to get to Fort Worth tonight. You're gonna be pulling in late. I know that. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to take me a shower. I might be bird bathing it tonight. One of the multiple downsides to trucking. You know, sometimes your schedule's too tight to run a rag between your cheeks. So it's just how it is. It's a trade-off. never really listened to these copyright-free playlists before, but this one, I like this one a little bit, man. It's got a nice little jam to it. Obviously, it ain't, some of the stuff I tend to listen to. Still, man, it's got a good little tempo to it. I think it'll be a decent little background. What's going on here? Anybody that's watching this knows anything about that artist.io, if it's worth it, if it got actually mainstream music on it, comment down below. Let me know. I just kind of looked up pricing, and I see that the most expensive package is like $60 a month, which is kind of fucking hefty for what it seems to be, but they have more affordable ones, like around $20. I don't know if I get access to their full library, if I have to download, if I can build a playlist on the site or the app or whatever it is. So if you know anything more about that, you got some more information on that, please comment down below. Let me know, man. Got us some cars and ditches. I notice weather conditions get a little shitty. I tend to see a lot of those little white worker vans in ditches. I think it's because their tires are so damn narrow. I don't think they're balanced too good either. I think that they're a little top heavy. You see a lot of that. I had last winter coming out of Fort Worth, there was an ice storm and they were trying to shut the interstates down. I actually drove around the barricade to get the fuck on the interstate so I could get out of the state. And, I was cruising along 35, 40 miles an hour. I mean, the roads were horrible. Texas don't treat their roads. They don't. They just shut them down. The whole state seizes up whenever they get any kind of like ice or snow or anything like that, which, thankfully isn't often. But I had one of these little white carrier type vans go flying past me. By flying past me, he's probably doing 45, 50. He got about 200 yards ahead of me. And you seen his ass start fishtailing. And wing! Off into the ditch he went. I pulled over and threw on the hazards and ran out to him, made sure he was all right. He was fine, just shooken up a little bit. Asked him if he needed me to call anybody, and he said he got it. So jumped in my truck and headed on out. It's those fans with those narrow tires, man, they don't fare well. noticing that the temperatures out here kind of all over the place. I'm back down to about 30 degrees right now outside. So well within freezing. I got the cab kind of icy because I'm worried about the damn laptop overheating again. I'm not sure what the issue was previously. You can actually see my breath. See it? I don't know if you can see it or not. It's cold in this cab. I have to turn this heat up a little bit. I can't have it that goddamn cold. Seeing my breath. If something crashes, it crashes. How the hell did that happen?
All them vain decisions keep you jaded. You could have found the one, but you won't change. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time to ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue. Aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should. Yeah. Aren't you glad to meet me? I mean, I really think you should. If I play and you got talking, blame it over true. Gotta make you set you up for failure. Should be glad I'm here with you. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time to ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue. Aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should. Yeah. Aren't you glad to meet me? I mean, I really think you should. Aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue. Aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should. Yeah.
all these, it's just a constant up and down, swerving. Like, I'm on I-44, headed south, Missouri, and this, it's like 2.5, 3 hours of just this, where it's up, down, turn, turn, up, down, turn, non-fucking stop. Traveling this on most days can be a little bit of a pain in the ass because, as you see, it's only 2 lanes. You get stuck up behind 2 slow movers trying to pass each other, or, you know, some of these people spend so much time next to each other. It's like you might as well go ahead, propose, get married, call it a day. But it could be frustrating at times on I-44. Not the worst interstate out here, but it could get annoying. Decent view through a lot of it. So there is that. The amount of accidents I've actually seen out here, though, is actually quite insane. There was a section, I've already gone through it, but there was a section back at Rolla when they were working on the road. It took them like 1.5 years. Like, it was forever to get that section of road done, and it's only like 11 miles. But for some reason, guys were struggling to keep their fucking truck on the road. I've never seen so many damn semis in the median. Came through there after a storm one night. I was coming through the next day. That'd be 30 or 40 semis crashed out the median. Granted, the road, the lanes were a little bit more narrow. But it wasn't like anything extreme that you shouldn't, as a professional driver, be able to navigate it with success. So you just kind of like wonder, what the fuck were you doing? How in a slight bend or even a straightaway do you leave the interstate? I don't quite understand how you leave the interstate unless you have a catastrophic failure. Like you're going through a bend at a decent speed, your steer tire blows out. I don't understand how you leave the interstate. And that didn't happen 30 times. So, these guys just, guess the roads got a little icy. They didn't adjust for that and said hello to the ditch and goodbye to their CDL. Which happens. So, I've been blessed. I've never been in an accident. Always aware of my surroundings. Keep my eye on the fucking road. Just do my thing, Jam out to some music, listen to some podcasts, and drive. Thankfully, that's worked for me for years and years and years. So, fingers crossed it'll continue to work for me. If the road conditions are too fucking bad, like if the road conditions are so bad that you're crawling along at 25, 30 miles an hour, get off the interstate, man. Like, either the roads are unsafe or you feel unsafe and you can't push it any more than that. Either way, you need to be off the road. You're either jamming people up or the roads are truly just impassable at anything at a normal speed. So just get off. If you think about it, especially if you look at the forecast and the storm, usually these storms, they come and go in an hour, 2 hours. And if you're crawling along at 25, 30 miles an hour, trying to get those miles down, you're better off just getting off the interstate, getting off your Glock if you can, waiting it out the 1 or 2 hours, let the plows hit, let the storm pass, the worst of it pass, then get out and hammer down. You'll make that time up. You know, the only reason that I could see like pushing it is like if you're at the northern edge or southern edge of that storm and you're about to exit it, then yeah, go ahead, muscle through and get out from underneath it. And otherwise, get off the goddamn road. None of this stuff that we're carrying is worth our life. Just isn't, you know? So. Alright, so we're winding down towards the end of an hour here. About 4.5 minutes left before we hit an hour, and that's probably where I'm going to cut it at. Just figure I'd try it out, see if I can get this, the program not to crash. And, well, it looks like I succeeded. It's probably a camera connection. We see up here on the left-hand side, we're crossing this hill here. Somebody rolled it. Man, somebody rolled it and burned their trailer up. I don't know if it came through on the dash or not. So no bueno. No bueno on the rolling and the burning. So, tell me what you guys think. If you're still here and you've watched to this point, let me know what you think about the whole riding and jamming session with a little bit of sporadic monologue for me. Actually enjoyed it, you know. It's gives me something to do while I'm driving, and if I'll give this I'll roll out a couple dozen of these and see how they fare in the algorithm. See if people are watching them, and if there are, then I don't see any reason why I can't do this once or twice a day. Considering this is where I live, behind the wheel. I'm going to continue, obviously, doing my other content, which is more like social commentary on the happenings, a lot of political commentary, salty language. So if you can't take the salty language, you probably won't want to hang out for that too much. But if salty language does not offend you, then maybe check some of those videos out. And if you're just more into this dash cam jamming type stuff, well, as long as I'm getting views on it, it don't cost me nothing to do. And like I said, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Set up for it. It has no real distraction for me. I just hit record and go, and we're good to go. Like, got one little knob right over here that I could fucking dial down for volume stuff. Like so. And just tap will mute and unmute me. So it's not really a distraction for me. So you guys, I'm kind of stuffy today. If you guys like this, guys, girls, whatever, I'll open her up. Then go ahead and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on it. see there's quite a few trucking channels out here that do something similar here. They point a camera forward and let it roll, and some of them just straight up upload that itself. You have a lot of background truck rumble. I've messed around in these audio softwares enough to figure out how to get that background out for the most part. Make my voice come through clear. Have multiple camera angles. So I think it's a little something different. I think I'm trying to do it different than what I'm seeing online. And what I'm seeing online, not to knock any of these guys, but you know, it's pretty straightforward stuff. They're probably just taking either a GoPro or some form of action camera or their phone, pointing it forward to hit record. Talking, you got a bunch of the background rumble in the truck, so it makes the audio kind of hard to hear. And if you got headphones on, RIP, rest in peace, headphone listeners, because your shit's gonna get blown the fuck out. But hopefully this is a little bit more, a little easier to listen to. With the dash cam footage still being as clear as I could possibly make it. I might have to remount this camera to kind of get this little bit of jerky wobble out of it. But it's not an action camera because that wouldn't work well for a webcam feed. The quality that comes out of these action cameras when it comes to webcam stuff is just horrendous. And their low light tends to suck through, like the Acer Pro 2 or whatever, Acer 2 Pro. It's pretty good low light. I bought one, tried it out for a little bit. Where they fall off is turning them into a webcam and getting that same kind of performance. You're just not going to get it. So I went out and dropped some hard-earned money on a decent camera up here in the front. I got the Sony EV10 in the front and set it up as a webcam. I got the Sony CV1 as my personal head cam here. And all that's running through an OBS software that creates the scene that you're seeing on the screen. So for all my truckers out there, I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you're pearl clutching, you're just going to get ignored. I ain't got time for that kind of energy. But if you got constructive stuff, throw it in the comments down below. If you have any questions, if you're curious about a few things that I'm doing, throw it in the comments down below. If you got an idea on how a recording like this could even be made better, throw it in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to read and respond to each one of them. This is a young startup YouTube channel. I needed something to do with my ample amount of free time, and let's be honest here, trucker to trucker and trucker to non-trucker. Trucking itself is not a very mentally engaging job. It requires alertness, yes, but it doesn't. Once you've learned what you're doing, which, you know, the learning never ends, but once you've kind of learned what you're doing and you've got your instincts up and you know how to operate a truck and what to look out for, and your brain never leaves like first gear in your day. And for somebody like me, it's almost painful. I like to be creative, and I need a creative outlet to express myself, something to entertain myself. I do play video games, not so much now that I'm doing this stuff. But this is, to me, this has the same level, the editing and the uploading and the thinking out content ideas and figuring out all the technical issues To me, this is just as entertaining as most video games that I play. Plus, at the end of it, you feel productive. You feel like you've actually done something and accomplished something. Um, where with video games, like, you can't escape. Yeah, you enjoy yourself, and that in and of itself, in a lot of cases, is enough. Like, that's enough. You don't need more than that. Sometimes you just need that escape. But you can't. I'm gonna use the word escape again. You can't escape the feeling sometimes that, like, this time could have been used better. You know, you go and you throw 2-3 hours at a video game in the evening or whatever. A lot of times, at least for me, it feels like I feel like I go, I'm saying to myself, like, could I have better used that time for something else, to push a goal, to whatever. So this scratches that itch for me. The creative part of content creation, um, it's scratching an itch that I've had for a while and filling a void that I've been experiencing for a while, which is my desire to actually create something and constantly stay productive. I don't like to not be productive. It's very hard for me, and when I do fall into a non-productive mode or action, I tend to um, hold that regret for a little bit of time. And I'm not saying that's the right way to go about it. I'm just saying that's how I'm wired. Some people are wired different, and God, I wish I was. I truly actually do wish I was. It'd be a little bit easier to relax and not overthink everything. But so this will be my first dash cam recording slash jam out session slash monologue. It's a lot of slashes. This is the first. Hopefully, it won't be the last, but hopefully, this is well received. People like what they see, like the change up from just the other standard dash cam trucker video content that is out there already, which I've watched my fair share of that stuff. And there's a lot of trucking channels out here kind of doing something interesting, and maybe someday we'll do a roll call of some of the ones that I like and that I find interesting. But I got to do it my way. I got to do a little bit, like, just a little different. And who knows? Maybe I'll work with some of these guys and we can collab at some point. But right now, my channel's so tiny, ain't nobody even fucking seeing what I'm doing. But I just started it, and I ain't got hardly any content up, and I'm still figuring all this stuff out, and I'm still trying to find my voice, that content voice, and kind of get into a routine. And everything takes me a little bit longer also, with the editing, everything. I've taught myself quite a bit, but I still got to think through the process. It's not just second nature to me, which down the line it will be. So this is a learning experience, and if you like it, maybe consider giving me a subscribe, and a like, thumbs up, comment down below. I literally have like nobody subscribed to my channel, and that's to be expected when you're just starting and you don't throw all your, tell everybody you know what you're doing, which I've told very few people I know what I'm doing, because I want the organic growth. I don't want a bunch of people to give me a sub who aren't actually going to watch the videos. They're just giving it to me because they're my friends. If I was to go that route, I could bump my subs pretty quickly, but that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to organically grow this channel to actually people who want to watch the videos and who will engage with the videos, and hopefully create a pretty cool little community of sarcastic, dark-humored assholes that, enjoy laughing at the ridiculousness that is our current existence, and mocking politicians and famous people and all that stuff who, let's face it, are the biggest buffoons that God has ever created. And with that, I'm going to call it. I'm going to sign out, and who knows? Maybe tonight when I hit the Fort Worth area, I'll probably load it up again and fire up the camera and create a night drive blasting through the city type scenario. See how that one goes. I do like this copyright free bass type music. That's pretty good. Obviously, we're going to change it up. It ain't always going to be this kind of jam, but we're going to change it up. And once again, if you know anything about that artist.io, which is like a music site for creators, comment down below and tell me what you know, if you've used it or not. And with that, peace, drive safe, and if the weather conditions are too rough for you, get off the fucking road. The load ain't worth it. So with that, I'm going.